Just to say I have them, I'm gonna go ahead and build 3 missile silos, just in case something crazy happens. I'm building them over in Alsace-Lorraine. At my little supply plant that I built for the uranium. Felt that was a good usage of the supply plant's extra space.
Yeah, I'm not gonna build those. I've noticed that everyone's gonna hate you when you do that.
I've never experienced that. Everyone hates me when I declare wars, but I don't think there's a modifier for silos. I keep forgetting that as France I start out owning the islands of New Caledonia. I should build stuff on it, like some rails.
Where's that?
It's off in the Pacific to the east of Australia. It's little 2 islands. The one on the left, at least, is called the island of New Caledonia. It was a little relevant in World War II. It almost pretty much became the front line. It very easily could have become the front line, but luckily the Americans and the Australians repelled the Japanese just in time. I also have some colonies yet, like French Reunion Island, French Guyana, French Mayotte. Another thing that's been helping me with money is the fact that my allies want to sell me indie goods way under not only my production price, but the market price. And then I get to just sell those goods on the market. You're forgetting to launch satellites. I still have a launch pending. Why? Launch pad. Oh, I don't have a fucking launch pad? That would explain so much. Well, I guess I have to build a launch pad then, don't I? I found it. It takes 240 days to build.
I didn't know that China had that much oil.
Yeah, there's a lot of oil in the world.
Only not in Spain.
Not in Europe in general. Europe doesn't have a lot of land-based oil.
Yeah, the UK has some on sea.
Just for the hell of it, I'm gonna build all of the Cold War space-based buildings on 1 hex. I'm gonna put them near the capital. Seems like a pretty smart place to put them. Maybe I can also add some more missile silos here eventually as well. If this doesn't spike my inflation a bunch, whew, I don't know what will.
Yay, rubber.
Ah, there goes the war. Go get him. Careful not to stack too many units.
Oh shit. Oh.
They are retreating.
They have a lot of units.
Yeah.
Remember my war with them as Indonesia? How close it was. Here, let me fund their insurgency. Their military approval is already at 50%, so they're definitely suffering a morale hit. Yeah, they're dropping a little bit more now with me funding insurgency.
Yeah, I'm also funding that. Just give me a piece of the rubber. Then that's all good.
Just sell the rubber on the market and I'll buy it from you. That's all I want. That's all I want. I'm producing agriculture, like just the exact demand that I need, because the price of it is still staying pretty stable, still pretty good. Rubber is what I need to keep buying. I still need to make coal, too. I haven't started that. Let me go ahead and do that somewhere. Like up here, near this uranium, where we have a giant supply depot. That would be a good spot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That might honestly be all the coal mines I need, but I guess we'll find out. I shouldn't need a whole lot of coal mines. They're all like slowly approaching the border and getting shot off. Free kills.
Good defense is a better offense. Or how do you say it?
Oh, you said it right.
Did you underestimate the Malaysians?
A little bit, but it's okay.
Don't worry, I did too, as we saw in the playthrough. You can see their military efficiency problems. Just getting a bunch of these free kills. I want to invade Tunisia. I've wanted to for a while. But they're building a research center, and I want them to finish it before I invade them. Yeah. So I kind of want to go for Libya, but it's hard to invade Libya from where I am. I'm thinking of maybe just getting some transit with Egypt, but even then, I don't know. Maybe I could just go down the western part of Africa. I could also go for Haiti. Haiti was a French colony. All I hear is non-stop shooting over here now that they've been pushing up. Oh, you pushed up a little bit, I see. Some good kills there, chasing them off. Yeah, pretty nice kills. You haven't suffered too many losses by the looks of it either.
Yep.
With such a small force, too. Pretty nice. Yeah, their efficiency is in the tubes. It's still going down with all this funding insurgency we're doing. Your problem there is you need a barracks. You have too many injured units. And that's going to be hard to get. The only one over by you is Kota Baru, and they fucking charge you down over there. Yeah, you have to take it and hold it while letting your units repair. But it looks like right now you're just attritting away at them. Certainly way faster than they can attrit at you. I hope we have more units headed over there.
Oh, I do.
I do invade Libya from the east. There is a barracks I can use on Egypt's border. Libya already has a research center finished. Not a lot of population to absorb either.
It's pretty crazy that Libya has not so many population. Egypt has like 80 million.
Yeah, well, I mean, Egypt has some very good land for population along the Nile. Libya is mostly
Libya
just a
is
desert.
all desert.
Yeah, I think I'll go for Libya first. I'll wait for Tunisia to build their research center and then I'll take them. But I want to keep expanding. I've been debating who to go for, but I think it's going to be Libya. Well, Libya is not going to be like a pushover. Sometimes the naval pathfinding really breaks down over here in northern Africa, and you have to use waypoints to fucking get anything done.
Oh, I know. My troops landed on fucking Morocco. Like, no.
It can be really annoying to deal with. Let's see, how goes your war? Oh, you pushed in quite a bit. Looks like you've lost a good amount of the units, but you've pushed in quite a bit. And your KDR seems to still be doing amazingly. That small elite force is really getting stuff done. Oh, you're almost to their capital. And you got a barracks. Very nice.
Yep.
Now imagine if you tried doing this invasion, Shibi, while you still had your experience level of when you invaded Sri Lanka in the Muslim playthrough. Do you see this level of progression? This is beautiful. Malaysia's maintaining around 39-40 military approval rating, but that's enough to deal a good blow to them. Oh, nice. Now you're going down the east side. Time for my war. Going for Libya. I don't know if I sent enough troops, but I feel like I sent a functional amount. And I only have to fight down a very narrow corridor here at the start. So whether this is enough troops or not, it's impossible for it to come back to bite me. They're just coming at me through the fucking desert in some of these places. What the hell? Yeah, they're literally just coming at me from the desert, because they technically have supply in the desert. I kind of don't. Oh yeah, I'm running into a big roadblock of them now. They're coming up on the road. Ha!
You really have supply issues also.
Yeah, I mean, that's to be expected. I just took their port, though. And it is a port, so it will take care of itself eventually. But that's exactly why I'm fine with attacking from over here, because it's just a line. So even if there are supply issues, moving back is fine. I just need to make sure to hold the desert a little bit. That's here due to the encroaching Libyans. Maybe if I get some air power over there, that'll help.
They also got a lot of artillery. Jesus, man.
Artillery.
Yeah, that's coming.
Yeah, artillery isn't the biggest problem. I'm gonna get some air power on that. Maybe scare them away. I'm definitely doing a good number on those that are in the desert. I'm pretty much chasing them all back. The ones that are fighting me on the road are also starting to take some damage as well. Gotta redirect some of the air power over to the road. My AI is going a little crazy in southern Libya and southwest. But that's fine, I guess. Still helps me, I suppose. Lost only a couple units. I've been killing a bunch. Yeah, the air power pretty much just chased most of them away. It's just these little defensive units that are getting slaughtered over here now. The biggest problem is just the desert itself and the fact that they have supply in there and I kind of don't. But as I wrap around, that problem should go away by itself.
Yeah, the supply is catching up to you, though.
And it certainly helps that I'm taking very specific points that have things like air bases. As my supply keeps up, my infantry are managing to push in pretty well. One big thing they have here that's actually a little troublesome is the amount of missiles they have. In modern day, missiles really change the game, but their units aren't good enough to beat me. When I do get going down the road, they pretty much can't keep up. I just send the air power forward whenever I run into a little bit of a blockade, and it's pretty much good and done. This angle is also kind of the furthest from their capital, which is unfortunate, but it's working out. Not really many losses either.
It would be easier if you took Tunisia first.
It would be way easier, yes, but I want them to finish their research center. That's more important than needing to micro a little more. Microing's fine. I'm not lazy. I see some perfect strikes or targets for an airstrike. They're just charging up at me through the fucking desert. They may have supply in there, but it doesn't change the fact that they're sitting ducks out there. Hey, Malaysia's eliminated. You did it! Woo!
And then you have to take the capital.
Oh, they surrendered before the capital? Nice.
Yep.
Nice. I'm over here just precision sniping Libyans with air power. Helicopters, planes. It's going pretty well. Lost less units here than I lost in Algeria so far. I feel like I'll lose a roughly similar amount taking all this over as I did taking all that over. Getting real close to their capital too. As much as supply will let me, I'm gonna get like a big push moving on the capital now. Also, you better be building some rubber, boy.
It's already built.
Oh no, there's a lot more though.
Oh.
Look at the rubber map. Look how much of their rubber is not exploited. Most of it.
Holy shit.
You can become the magnate of rubber. Alright, the fight for the capital is about to begin. Deploy, Air Force, deploy! Their anti-air means nothing. Their air means nothing. We are the French! We won the 100 Years' War! Technically.
Did they though?
Technically.
Did they really?
Quote
Yes, I
unquote.
don't know.
Technically. Hey, Libyan Air Force, what did I just say? You mean nothing. Do I have to teach you another lesson? I think I do. Get out of here! This was a very low supply war. At some parts I've been using like supply planes just to keep up my operations in the desert to stop them from being able to utilize the desert against me. I pretty much let the AI entirely handle the little western flank with Algeria. He's done actually a very good job of it, surprisingly. Hey, they moved their capital. Don't you know when enough is enough? You've lost, Libya. Just like Malaysia. Surrender your massive reserves of oil. Oh, don't you fight me all the way down to that new capital.
And then move it again.
Don't you fight me all the way down to that. Yes! Good!
Ah, yes.
Good boy. Oh my god, look at their air force. I just got their whole air force. Jesus, fuck. Well, I got Libya anyway, so that's cool. Libya could use a railroad here or there, that's for sure. Just to improve transport capabilities.
Well, I guess since now you took that, I can start prepping.
Yeah, you could take Egypt now. Alright, I'm building a whole lot of stretches of rails in Libya, because it kind of sorely needs it. Also, connecting Algeria to Libya with some more and some better infrastructure.
Hey, I'm the top exporter.
Oh, you better be.
Surprise, surprise.
Buy my shit.
So I got a new research center from this war, so that's good. And I think, yeah, another 2 land production, another 2 missile production. I'm just not building any more of either of these things because they're so expensive and difficult to make. Rather, I'm just taking it all over. Let me go ahead and repair what I got here in Africa. I'm going to keep things fairly repaired since the industry goods are plentiful. The supply here right now is just awful. I remember in the Italian playthrough I had to build a bunch of seaports to make this work. They have a bunch of sea piers already. They have 2 well-placed seaports. One of them even has an air base. It's at their former capital. Certainly upgrade the one in the east with an air base, and one is going to be needed here in the center too. So realistically, I can actually just go ahead and... Oh, this has an air base. Cool. I'm going to scrap this sea pier though. I'm going to scrap this sea pier, and I'm going to put some sort of hub next to all of this oil, man. Roughly in the middle of everything that's over here as well. Maybe right around here if this works as a spot. Yeah, this works pretty good as a spot. Let's get a seaport going down right here. Let's get a air base going down right here, and a barracks for the hell of it. There's also going to need to be some kind of supply hub down in the middle of all this shit for sure. I'm thinking right here at this crossroads in the middle of all this is definitely a good place to put it. So let's go ahead and just get that down as an air base, I'm thinking. It's at the top. I don't know why I always scroll down looking for it. At the top. An air base, put a barracks, and a supply depot should max out the hex. I wish I could copy and paste that as a design and use that in some other places that are going to be pretty good for it. Probably going to want to get rid of this airbase as well, I'm thinking. Since I'm putting another one pretty close by anyway, another 2, technically speaking. Let me go ahead and just send all this stuff up by France. Why not? There's room up by France for this stuff. And get rid of this current airbase. We don't need an airbase right here. Maybe an airfield at some point. But I have to think of the development of the region as a whole. Over here somewhere would be another good spot for some more supply, that's for sure. There is better supply up here just due to the presence of things like seaports as well, though.
So how's that 1.5 trillion treating you?
Oh, man, come on.
It's going good. It's going pretty nice. I'm not even using it.
Well, then here, support your allies. Give me like 60 bills.
60 bill? You want 60 bill?
Yeah, I would love 60 bill.
I mean, I'm gonna be buying your rubber anyway. In fact, I probably am buying your rubber right now. I am buying your rubber right now. You're profiting off me directly as it is.
Yeah, but you know, repairs and shit, you know.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Not to mention, I'm supporting your government and giving you money already anyway, but...
I'm greedy.
See, are you sure about that? Because I remember I got a comment that told me that I was greedier than the European colonizers because I didn't want to not have a road going through Africa to my next target.
Oh, wow. Who said that?
I don't know, just some guy. I already blocked him off the fucking channel. I called him delusional and just blocked him. It was pretty quick. I see the Spanish Navy sailing forth. I know what's coming. Or what's going.
Yeah, they're on their way.
How many troops are you sending?
90.
Oh, yeah, that'll be good enough for Cuba, that's for sure.
Yeah, but they're gonna stay there for Venezuela eventually.
Yeah, I got a nice little island base there. Too bad you can't convince the US to just give you Guantanamo.
Yeah, right?
The most kills of anyone in the game is South Korea with 1,180 kills. Oh my god. Jesus. They only lost 39 units doing that. What the fuck? But they did lose a total of 77,000 men. I've lost 36,000 men. 25 units killed, 367. I've lost the most men out of all of us for sure.
Let's see, how's my military losses? Let me look. I don't know what 32 is. What is that, 32,000?
The loss, okay, so the one in the middle with the skull, that's unit losses. The one on the right with the thousands, that's actual men.
Oh, cows, 22,000. Not bad.
Spain's only lost like 10,000 so far. We're gonna see that number go up a little bit here though. My treaty integrity is only down to 66.8. Not so bad for claiming almost twice my population and probably more than twice my landmass in Africa within a year and a half. So Spain's going for Cuba. UK might be going for Egypt.
What will France do? Tunisia?
Oh fuck. Well, Tunisia, I'm gonna wait on that research center, which is over half done now. In the meantime, I'm just kind of building up infrastructure and other things in Libya, which I just took. I don't know what I'm going to do after. I might go for Lebanon. That's a colony, technically speaking. I might just wait on Tunisia while I build up the stuff that I've been taking. How are we going to handle Western Sahara, by the way? Technically speaking, Spain owned that. But also technically speaking, France owned most of Morocco. And Western Sahara doesn't have anything.
Spain only took a part of Gabon, actually. Actually, the whole west of Africa, Spain didn't have. So, for my part, you can take whole Africa.
Spain had equatorial Guinea is what they had, and they did have the Western Sahara. Most of the rest of this in the west was French. Some small things were British, like I think Ghana was British, and Nigeria was British, and Liberia's American. Gambia was, I think, British. I think Cape Verde was Spanish.
Yeah, I only see 2 little dots on Africa for Spain, so they didn't have much.
Yeah, because what they had, literally, was just, they had the northern tip of Morocco, like, north of Rabat. They didn't even have down to Rabat. They had Tangier, basically, and that was it. They had the Western Sahara. They had an equatorial Guinea. They were far more interested in Southern and Central America. You could probably land the troops on Guantanamo Bay right now. They probably overstack, technically.
We'll try.
They might act weird if you overstack them, but... Yeah, they overstack there. They want to move off of that hex so badly. Ooh, that's a lot of troops. You're just gonna spill out onto those fucking Cubans. Oh my god, you got their military approval down so low already. That's hilarious.
Yeah, keep funding the insurgency.
Oh, I have a tourist attraction in one of these little Caribbean islands. Why is that a tourist attraction? Russia has $700 million. Oh my god. And no debt. What the fuck? How the fuck?
Oh
Yeah,
my
they
God.
don't have a lot of debt.
Like they paid off all the debt they had in the game.
I think they have only of 50 billion debt total.
I know they have like, well, pre-real life war, I know they have about 15% of their GDP in debt. I don't know their GDP originally, but
Yeah, I think it's about.
I know the percentages.
1.5 trillion.
Oh, it ain't worth much now, is it?
No. Hey, look, I'm positive on uranium. Yay! That whole other field finish, and it's very well supplied, honestly, without me even doing anything for it. It's not perfectly supplied, but it's very well supplied. My metal ore and coal is more than enough. I built 6 coal mines, that's it. And I'm building so much coal. I have exporting potential like crazy. I still have way more coal. Metal ore is fine. Oil's basically capped out here. I could get some more expensive oil derricks. These are so much more expensive. Not that I need them. The stockpiles are definitely starting to run out in the world and the price will be going up. Another thing I could do to increase my overall production of it is to just get rid of my petrol plants. I do have enough power as it is. I'd rather make hydro because it doesn't need a resource, it just needs money, and as we see, I have more than enough money. It also needs a lot of industrial goods, but it also generates a lot of economic activity, so I guess I'd rather save it for when I need economic activity. I am the top producer of uranium in the world.
Oh, good for you.
Thank you.
Totally not sarcastic.
Hey, you're the rubber magnate of the world. If someone wants rubber, they have to come suck your dick.
Yep.
And you have so much of it that you can build over there, too?
Yep.
It's an insane amount that you can build. I never need to worry about making rubber because I can always just buy it from you, and I have enough money that I could just buy it from you so long as you keep making more.
Oh, I'm making more of it.
And your inflation is still barely an inflation. That's insane.
It was actually had a deflation.
Holy
But it's actually
crap,
starting
dude.
to go up now.
Well, you did take over the population of Malaysia, so that might have done something. You know, France started out with the ability to make satellites, but no launch pad. So I've been building a launch pad. Has another 73 days remaining.
Yeah, I had the same. I was building satellites, but I couldn't launch them. I thought, hey, wait, I don't have a launch pad.
Yeah, like what the fuck? Usually countries use launch pads in other countries, like in America, Russia, Brazil. But you can't do that in this game.
Yeah, I don't have a launch pad either. Wait, do I?
Yeah, but in real life, France has a launch pad.
Yeah, true. But, you know, not in this game.
What do I have to do to build a launch pad? I don't even see it on here.
It's under the research.
research.
The research. There you go.
Ah, orbital launch pad. There we go.
Everything else is also under defense production. Specifically, the launch pad isn't, for whatever reason. If you ever can't find anything, you can also just right-click build as well.
Oh, that's true. I keep forgetting about that.
You know that's the default way a lot of players play, is with the right-click build. I'll never understand how they do it.
Wait, what?
You can right-click and hit build to access all the buildings in the game as well.
Yeah, but that's annoying.
It is annoying, but that's the default way a lot of players play the game, and I will never understand it.
Alright, I'm going for Cuba.
Hey, the war! It begins! They spill out from Guantanamo! I support this war!
I also support this.
You better take Santiago ASAP. You need that barracks. There you go.
Yeah, you took it.
A whole chunk is claimed. Beautiful. The Cubans are in disarray. The Spanish are back, baby!
We take what is ours.
Yeah, replacing communism with imperialism. Let's go! Oh, they don't stand a fucking chance. They're so demoralized because of the insurgency funding already. Let me go ahead and fund their insurgency some more, just to stop it from going up. Yeah, they're rushing down every fucking troop that they have down there to you. And they do have an advantage in that you don't really have supply over there just yet. But doesn't look like that's helping them too much. Oh no, you don't want to wait. You need buildings to produce supply. Because it's not necessarily going to spill over too much from Guantanamo. Always remember, if some units run out of supply, you can always run them back to Guantanamo and leech off the American supply. And don't forget garrisons for Santiago. At the very least. Oh, don't run them all away! Oh god! You're building M1A3 Abrams?
Yeah.
I actually just bought that from America right now too.
That's hilarious. Honestly, I've just been using my tank, the French tank. It's just about as good stat-wise. Oh, there's a whole stack of Cubans I'm watching that are about to get fucked so hard. Oh, they're dying. They're dying. Oh my god. Dude, they're getting fucked so hard this series could be a porno. Holy shit! Oh my god! That was... Wow. Yep. That was death.
Love how that helicopter just came in and turned around and he's like, yeah, nope. It's like, fuck it, guys, you're on your
now
own.
they're fleeing.
Yeah, you broke through their line. They lost so many of their units. At this point, Cuba's yours for the taking. How did that go? That went pretty nice. You barely lost any units. You lost some men, but you barely lost any units. The Cubans have lost like 150 already, and almost none of that was garrisons. So, very successful. Woo! Well, bye-bye Cuba. I feel like Egypt's gonna be quite a fight.
Mentally preparing my head for that.
You're gonna need to mentally prepare your land forces for that. Physically prepare them too. It would be easier to take Singapore, honestly, now that you have Malaysia. It's gonna be quite a fight to take Egypt. Slow and steady push in Cuba, looking pretty good. I love how me and Shibi will always have a friendship bridge in between us in the channel. It's a friendship bridge.
Yeah.
It's a bridge of
Friendship is
friendship.
magic.
Meanwhile, with Spain, I have a fucking mountain range. Arnold Eastwood is the president of the United States.
Ooh.
Arnold Eastwood, duh.
Don't you know him?
I'm gonna say no.
The Cubans have just completely collapsed. Go ahead and build 2 more indie goods factories, because that's the only thing I ever even remotely get short on. Population's doing fine. I'm sure my domestics are doing great. Oh yeah, I'm growing like no tomorrow. Population-wise, what am I? I'm definitely up here, yep, for population in the world.
Cuba's just giving up. They're surrendering.
Actually not on the top list for GDP per capita, but that's because my inflation isn't spiking like too crazy. Cuba's just basically out of things they can do in general. I see the Spanish monetary fund has reached $250 billion and no debt.
Yeah, I just paid it off. Hey, US, come and join. Join the party.
Yeah, they got a Nimitz off the coast.
Yeah.
Invading deeper into Africa is going to be a bitch because it's just so underdeveloped. Places like Mali and Niger. It's not even easier to go along the coast because the western coast isn't developed anyway. Maybe I could befriend Liberia a little bit. Maybe Nigeria, go after some countries from there, since I don't need to take those over necessarily because they weren't technically mine anyway. You've almost reached Havana! Kill them! Hey, even their garrisons are old. That's old Cold War garrisons. Havana has been reached. I'm surprised you didn't send any air forces for this, like, at all.
I didn't need to.
True. That's one way to look at it. Good, Z-fighter mentality. I approve. And Havana has fallen. Hey, they had a tourist attraction. Oh, they instantly surrendered. They had a tourist attraction. Nice. Well, Cuba's Spanish again. Woo! Yeah!
Now where? Mexico?
Nah, he wants oil. First, he's got to develop that oil.
Yeah.
The oil reserves in the world should be running out. As places like the United States grow as well, they're going to consume more and more. The demand will rise. I mean, I have ass loads of oil that I could exploit in Africa if I wanted to. I just don't see the purpose right now. I'm already exporting a bunch. The price isn't insane, and I have lots of money already. I guess oil is... Actually, oil is already probably my best export, despite the market for it not even really being very opportune. Like, this is expensive oil, but it's profitable.
Yeah.
My biggest win is uranium.
You know, the thing about uranium, though, and I'm pretty sure it'll be the same for you if you check your actual monetary income from it, uranium isn't worth a lot. You don't make a lot of money off of uranium. It's very small numbers in terms of profits. It works in the same numbers as like metal ore, but it's worth 1/3 as much as metal ore. There's a big hefty buyer for it though, that's for sure. Russia and the US use insane amounts, so we can build literally all of our uranium and there will always be someone to buy it. I think I'll go ahead and build more of that. That's probably a smart thing to do. Prepare for the future. Although my southern uranium spots are probably not going to be the best in supply. There's not a lot of stuff down here to provide supply to them. It's decent enough in supply, I guess. It could be better.
Military goods are sure as expensive to build.
Yeah, military goods are always really, really pricey. War is expensive. You know, I think it's actually cheaper to fucking buy it right now because there's no wars happening. But we're only in 2021 still, so wars are inevitable. I can't wait to see China and South Korea duke it out or some bullshit.